lot of people stay in the same financial situation for their entire life, whether they make good money, normal money, or not so great money. If you work a regular 9-to-5 job, you'll probably get a raise every few years, but it will usually barely make up for inflation, so it won't change your lifestyle. And at the end of your career, your salary will be higher than when you started, but your lifestyle will be the same. But regardless of your financial situation right now, there are some basic, simple money rules you can follow that can literally change your life 10 or 20 years down the line. And no matter how old you are, by the way. 10 or 20 years may seem like a long time, but if you're still young, if you're at the beginning of your career, these tips can make or break your financial stability over time. And if you're in your mid-40s and you think that it's too late, then think again, because retirement is still more than 20 years away and a lot of things can happen until then. Building wealth takes time, and it's all about realizing that you and only you can make the necessary changes to build it for yourself. In this video, we'll go over 5 basic money rules that I guarantee will better your financial situation if you stick to them in the long term. So let's get started. The first rule is to understand the concept of guilt-free spending. To understand how to bring more money in, you need to look at the money going out right now. So take an hour to look at your bank account over a 1-year timeline and add up all the expenses that either could have been avoided or were just plain stupid. And you'll be amazed at how much money you could have saved. And the problem with most people is not that they spend on stupid things, it's that they do it too much. As counterintuitive as this may sound, in order to better your financial situation, you need to develop a guilt-free spending habit. So instead of spending without budgeting, set aside a tiny portion of your income every month for stupid purchases, which by the way, we all like to make once in a while, so that's completely fine. Set aside 2 to 5%, and if that's not enough to cover whatever stupid thing you want to buy, just open a guilt-free checking account, set up automatic transfers to that account every month, and just wait until you have enough money on the account for your stupid guilt-free purchase. And to clarify, this is not about canceling your $5 latte on your way to work every day. Nobody ever got rich by depriving themselves of coffee, right? But by limiting the amount of unnecessary expenses you make every year, you will not only develop stronger financial habits, you'll also free up a good chunk of change you can put to better use. And the second rule is to invest 10% of your net income in the S&P 500. If you've read or watched money advice content before, you've probably heard this one a lot, but there's a simple reason why. It's because it works like crazy. Again, you won't become a millionaire overnight by investing a little bit in the S&P 500 every month, but I guarantee you'll thank yourself 10 or 20 years down the line. Investing a fixed amount in an indexed fund every month is a strategy called dollar cost averaging, and it has almost only upsides. Most ETF funds which track the S&P 500 have very low fees. Like with investing in regular stocks, you can write your losses off your taxes on a negative year, which doesn't happen that often anyway. You'll make 3 to 5% on a normal year, which is usually enough to beat inflation, and you'll make 10 to 20% on a good year, almost risk-free, because as long as you wait and you don't sell, you will recover your money eventually. Another upside is that your monthly contribution will help fill the gap during negative months and will create exponential returns on positive ones. And this is the most important point actually, so let's take a closer look at what this means. So let's say that you invest $300 in the first month and you lose 5%. You're down $15, right? The next month, you add $300 again, your monthly contribution, and so that covers your previous loss of $15, and your account is now at $585. And now you're like, well, yeah, but the account would have been at $600 without the previous loss, so I would have been better off not investing. True, but actually not. Get this, at the end of the second month, the index gains just 3%, so you're now at $602, you've made $2. And of course, in the beginning, the gains and losses will be minor and they will seem irrelevant, but when you compound that system and you look at it 5 or 10 years down the line, that 3% gain turns into a $200 profit instead of $2. Again, you'll thank yourself then. The next rule is to splurge 50% of unexpected windfalls. Sometimes in life, money comes our way when we expect it the least, right? It can be an inheritance, an insurance settlement, a tax refund, a lottery ticket. Please don't play the lottery. And when this happens, a lot of people will likely treat themselves and spend the money. And that's fine. But the planning and discipline you build around your spending and investing are more important than the things you buy and invest in, if that makes sense. That's why it's crucial to cap your spending from unexpected windfalls and maximize your investment opportunity. It's also important to note that investment opportunity doesn't always mean putting your money in the stock market or it doesn't always mean making a financial return on it. You can also invest in yourself by making reasonable purchases, by fixing your car, by improving your home. So if you get, for instance, a $1,000 tax refund, you don't have to invest $500 in the S&P 500 right away. But if you have nothing better to do with the money, you don't have any projects coming up, don't think twice about it and transfer that cash into your investment account. The next rule is to learn about your credit card perks. Especially when you're short on money, it's always better to stick to debit cards, not credit, because they prevent you from spending money you don't have. They have no interest charges and you see the money go out when you spend it. And overall, those are great incentives to manage your money better, right? The thing with credit cards is that many people use them the wrong way. They use them to spend money they don't have, and they accumulate interest on late payments. And the crazy part about this is that credit cards usually come with a lot of decent perks, but most people are completely unaware of them. Example of what those perks can be: travel rewards. Many credit cards offer cashback or travel points for travel purchases. You also have cashback rewards where you can get a certain percentage of cashback in select shopping locations. Warranty on purchases. So a lot of people don't know this, but if you accidentally spill coffee on a laptop you bought with your credit card, for instance, your credit card company will usually cover the damages and send you your money back or buy you a new laptop. And fraud liability guarantee is also a very nice one. With most credit cards, you're never responsible for unauthorized purchases on your card, so this can bring you more peace of mind. Again, it's better to stay away from credit in most cases, but if you can't do without it, at least make sure to learn about all the positive perks it can bring you, rather than the negative balance it's giving you right now. And finally, last rule of this video, trading is not investing. Trading apps like Robinhood are designed to make you place as many trades as possible because that's how they make money. The problem with that is that it entices people to buy stocks like they're buying lottery tickets or gambling. They're just betting on this one stock going up, this one company going viral because they read about it on TechCrunch, and that's why 90% of day traders never make a dime. They lose money. They may get a peak, like they make a ton of money, but eventually they just crash again. Stay away from trading apps that look like a marketplace where buying and selling shares looks as easy as ordering pizza with a click of a button or placing a bet on a football game. Trading is not investing. You need to be an expert to make money with this approach. Instead, just invest with the tips mentioned in this video, and most importantly, remember that investing should be boring. A true investing strategy that builds wealth over time is almost always boring and that simple. Invest a fixed amount every month in one or a few instruments, like 3 tops, and always stick to the same approach. Don't handpick stocks, don't withdraw your winnings, you don't even have to look at how much money you made or lost this month, just keep investing and enjoy the returns. Just stick to the plan and you'll thank yourself 10 years from now. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you found my content useful, insightful, and if you did, remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. It helps me grow the channel. It motivates me as a content creator to create more content like this. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.